Hello, welcome back to Marmaris podcast. Today, I'm Jer, but today we ain't got anyone here, cause they all have other things to do. Okay, so Luke and Alex are both not here, had other things to do, that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna attempt to do an episode on my own. I don't know how the fuck this is gonna go, but I'm gonna enjoy it. To start things off first, I'm just gonna shout out two things. Spotify, my socials, that sort of things, and the Q&A. So, the Q&A is just going to be a Q&A in episode 10. I think this is episode 8 now, so one or two more. Nobody has left any questions. If I'm not going to get any questions, I'm just going to think of questions myself. But if you really want to ask anything, feel free to leave them on any of my socials. So, Spotify, other place you can listen to our podcast to. Perfectly fine. But YouTube is better for just all around kind of putting my channel out there. Spotify doesn't really do that much. It doesn't really have the best system for that. It's more of a search songs, search podcast things, not recommend. But also, if you're on YouTube, please leave a like, maybe subscribe, I don't know, I don't really care, but feel free to. So, in the description, I'm gonna leave my Twitter, my Reddit. I might make a Discord server if you guys are interested. If you're absolutely not, don't worry about it, I'm still gonna make it. So, that was all the self-advertisement. Now let's get on with the podcast. So, I had two topics to talk about today, which kinda go hand in hand a bit. So, the two topics were personalities and sexualities. I kinda want to start off first with personalities and then kinda just shift into sexualities. What do I mean by personalities, you think? So, personalities is just traits that you are either born with or like learned over time how to do things or how to not do those things. Because like as a kid, I was completely different than I am now. I mean, I was very shy. I didn't really have any friends, any guts to make friends. I was just sat there waiting for someone to reach out to me. And yeah, I was kind of lonely and I got bullied by that a lot. But nowadays I am way more confident, and if I'm gonna talk about confidence, I'll talk about that later. I'm way more confident. I have learned to be nice to someone and like make them like me more than me. Like I can now talk to everyone about a lot of things that they might know that I might know, and I also I have the confidence to do so. And yeah, that's just the rest. I am very motivated. Like, I'm not necessarily motivated to do things on my own, but I am very motivated to do something with someone else. And if I'm doing something with someone else, I can get them hyped up as much as I am at that point. If I'm starting on a project like this podcast, like I was really excited to do this, and Alex and Luke were also really excited to just do it. They just thought, why not? This is gonna be fun. That's the same one I thought. And yeah, that's just a really fun. Not everyone has this. Promise me you don't need to have this. You also don't need to have major levels of confidence. I am not the most confident guy you'll ever meet. I am very confident though. And that is not a tap on the shoulder. I am not bragging. Don't get me wrong. I do love bragging about myself, but I'm not gonna do that here. Because everyone's different. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Everyone has their own things, like their own personal traits that they need to live with, or change, or deal with. But yeah. I kind of want to just traits that I personality traits that I don't like in people. One of them is pessimism, just negative people. Like they are first of all not fun to be around because they don't really see the world the same as I would. I am a fucking realist. If something's that, then it's that. It's not, oh, this is gonna get better. No, it is what it is, and that's just how you deal with it. And yeah, like thinking of everything negatively is also pretty shit. Because then your life is gonna be mostly negative. And yeah, a lot of people probably know what a negative life leads to. Leads to depression, leads to anxiety, leads to just all around a shitty life. If you want to live that way, fine, but don't expect people to care for you. Like, if you have definitely chosen this path, nobody is gonna want to really be around you if you're always that negative. At least if they are also, if they're also negative, maybe, but like if they're positive, it's not gonna really help. But yeah, so like the thing, I am just a realist. I know what, like, I see things real. It is not good, it is not bad, it is just what it is. Like, let's just say, a little bit ago, I heard on the news like 4 teenagers were in a car crash, 3 of them died, and 1 of them survived. Like, I could think, oh, it's very sad, or it's very stupid. I'm just like, okay, it happened. What now? Like, I do feel empathy, but I also can just see things beyond the personal input. Like, I can stand 1 step back and then see it from a completely different view than I would if I were the parent. Like, I'm now standing from like a completely different viewpoint. I could imagine what the parent is feeling. I could imagine what the friends are feeling. But at my viewpoint, I'm just thinking, oh yeah, it happened. What are we gonna do now? Like, there's just nothing much you can do. But that's just a completely different thing. Yeah, I want to get back on confidence. Confidence, I find that the most attractive personality trait in anyone. If they show any amount of confidence in a guy, girl, whatever you are, I don't care. If you show confidence, you're way more likable. You're just like, if you're confident, you want to do things, you can say things, you can like make things happen. If you're just in your comfort zone all the time, which I am in my comfort zone right now, I'm just in my room, but I do go out to school, to work. I have fun there. I say things that I want to say. Like, there is there is also, like, confidence is great, but arrogance is not that great. It's like, there's a difference between confidence and arrogance. If you don't know, confidence is just you can do things, you can make things happen, and you have the guts to do so. And arrogance is just you are, yeah, you brag about you being able to do everything. And that is, yeah, bragging is not a fun trait to have, or fun thing to do, in my opinion. Like, I do brag, but I do that to other random strangers, which I don't give a shit about. Or just about things to, yeah, maybe insult someone, but that's because, like, I'm already kind of annoyed at that person, or, like, I don't know. So, there's nothing, I don't do it to everyone. I am, I'm not gonna say I'm humble, because that would make me not humble. That is just how humble goes. If you say you're humble, you're not humble. But, yeah. I'm just gonna say I do care about others, and I don't see myself as a Lord and Savior. I'm not Jesus, or Muhammad, or any other prophet. I don't know. I'm gonna do an episode about religion and make fun of it, but that's for next one. Yeah, that was mostly about personalities and such. I kind of want to hit up sexualities and how I have myself involved in that, and how I see sexualities as a whole, and how it's been said in media and that sort of things. I'll start with myself off first. I've already talked about this in another episode. People that know me, people that know me closely, know that I am bisexual. I've come out of the closet since I was like 14. I'm 17 now, or like maybe it was 13. I don't know. Like, I am bisexual, as in I do like both men and women, but I am not the sense bisexual that I want to be in a relationship with both of them. Like, I am sexually attracted to both sexes, but I am not emotionally attracted to both sexes. If you have any questions about that, feel free to leave them in comments, but like, it's just, I kinda just, I'm just saying this blunt. I like pussy, I like dick, I want to be fucked in the ass, I want to fuck someone in the ass. That's all I need to say about that. That's really blunt, really, maybe, yeah, not appropriate for YouTube, but who the fuck cares anyway? Nobody's gonna see this as YouTube. But at a certain point in my life, like when I came out of the closet, I was like, huh, I feel kind of weird. Well, I don't feel weird, I just feel like men are good looking, but so are women. I'm like, is that maybe bisexual? And I was like, okay, then I am that. Simple. And like, my coming out was kind of easy. Like, my parents, my mum was pretty supportive. She like, oh, okay, that's nice. And then didn't really say much about it anyway. But that wasn't necessary. I didn't need a parent that was there for me and help me be bi. That's not. And my dad was like, oh, okay, he didn't really care. Maybe he didn't understand. I don't know. He just didn't really give his flat out opinion about it, which is fine. I still love my dad. He's not against it. He's not for it. He just doesn't. He maybe doesn't know. And my sister was just, oh, nice. Same as my mother. But I can see how being any sort of gay, lesbian, LGBT related things, and coming out to that with different types of parents. I was really lucky. I didn't have any issue with it. All my friends around it also said, oh, that's fine, or just didn't care. And like, but if you grew up with like Christian parents, I'm just gonna give this as a topic. I don't know, as an example. I mean, like maybe your Christian parents are not as accepted. They don't accept like gay people. I don't know. Maybe. I've seen some stories about people just being too afraid to come out because their parents disapprove, and yeah, like that sucks. I can't really relate to that, but man, that must suck. Not being able to be the real you. Like, I wasn't the real you until like a year ago. Like, I was not feeling like myself. I didn't do the things I wanted to do. I was just stuck in school, and like that was my life. And now I have grown past being stuck in school to not being stuck in school anymore, and just having school as a thing in my life. Like, I have school, but I also have my free running, my badminton, my friends, my work now, my internship. I have all those things, and now I have my podcast, and I have my gaming, and I have so much more, which makes me more me. But yeah, enough said about me. Let's talk about different types of sexualities. Like, in all fairness, like LGBTQ, I'm part of it and I support it, but I'm not actively doing anything with it. I'm like, you can exist because I'm part of you, so I can exist, but like I don't go to pride events. I'm not in like online groups of like gay people. I don't know. I'm like, I am the same as everyone else, and so should they all be the same. Well, not the same, but you know, they should all be accepted as just a person. And I am all for that. I am just not actively doing anything with it. And I don't feel like I have to. Like, talking about this here is already doing something. If anyone listens to this, then yeah, they're gonna listen to it. And they're gonna just hear me, and then maybe they'll change their opinion. Probably not, because what I know about people is nobody changes. Nobody just changes. Like, you have to actually put in effort, actually have to try, actually have to change in order to be different. Like, if you're just gonna say, I'm gonna do this next year, you're not gonna do it. You like, I I promised myself last year I'm gonna do 100 push-ups this year. I am doing that, but I haven't reached 100 yet. I am still practicing. I'm doing 30 right now. That is very in the beginning of the year, I couldn't even do one. I was so fucking weak. Now I can do 30. That's a huge ass improvement. Next year, I might be able to do 60. Maybe I'll do 100 by next year. Who knows? But, like, yeah, so nobody is really gonna change without the effort put in by themselves. And maybe others. Mostly themselves. But, yeah. Kinda wanna talk about the, like, I think there are like a couple accepted sexualities. Like, I'm just talking about the standard ones. Okay, you got gay, that's fine, that's a man loving a man. And then there's lesbian, which is the same thing, but then woman loving a woman. And there's bi, like me. I like men and women at the same time. Could be both genders. Then you got trans, which is not necessarily sexuality, but more of a it's just different than normal. Like, I don't see it as a sexuality mostly. It is just what I think of when a trans person is just a man that's stuck in a woman's body and wants to become a man, or the other way around, a woman in a man's body and wants to be a woman. Which, like, if you really choose that way, if you are really gonna be happier, I am all for your decision. As long as you don't ask me to pay for your surgery. Just saying, I'm not that rich. But yeah, that's just my complete opinion. And then you got two more that I accept, and then there's just a whole bunch of variants, which I'm not gonna go into, which I might or might not accept. So you got pansexual and asexual. Pansexual is kinda like bisexual, but you kinda love everyone. Well, like, it's more spread around than just bisexual. I don't know what the complete difference is. I haven't looked into it. But yeah, that's just you kinda like everybody, or at least you like every sexuality, I guess. Or maybe you're just a slut. Sorry, that was just had to get it out. And then asexual is just someone who wants to be romantic, but not wants to have intercourse. Because, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Like, you don't need it, except to reproduce, but yeah, you don't need it to be happy. Like, it would help if you had a relationship which involved intercourse. It might make both of you happy. If you're both satisfied at the end of it, you're both gonna be happier about it. I don't know a lot about sex. I am not experienced at all, so don't worry about it. Don't take my advice. But yeah, like, that's the two extra ones that I accept. Well, yeah. And then there might be queer, which I don't really know about anything about, because I thought it was like, oh, it was just all kinds of gay, but maybe it's not. If you want to teach me what queer means, feel free to leave it in the comments if you know anything about it. If not, you're fine as well. What time is it? 25 minutes. I kind of want to run this to like 30 minutes because like I'm on my own. I don't want to talk like for 50 minutes. So this is going to be a shorter one. Yeah. Kind of last thing. Want to talk about friendships, not relationships. That's just you gotta do your own thing with relationships. I can't really teach you. I'm not an expert. But with friendships, I've had a lot and I've lost a lot. If you want to know the main reason I lost friendships, effort. Effort was the main reason I lost my friendships. I'm gonna tell you something. In my friendships, I'm the one that always has to engage in conversation, in activities, in anything. Like, there's almost no time someone else has messaged me or walked up to me or said anything to me first. Most people, if I message them first, they will talk. They will maybe want to talk more, but they never engage. They never start. Which, like, at some point, I am friends with, like, I have one IRL good friend, and then one friend that I see every week at least once, and then 2 online friends that I enjoy talking to. One of them haven't talked to in a while. Other one is Alex, and then Luke is also a good friend, but he's not my best friend. Sorry. But like the main issue, some of those friendships never lasted long, is because effort. I at some point expect people, like after a year or so, to actually send me a message instead of me having to do it throughout the years. Which I've kept up with Alex, because he usually doesn't message me. But it's just, I find that so troubling that no one really has the confidence to say hi. Like, unless I don't have good friends, but that could be the case. But I just think people should say hi. Say hi to a long lost friend. I've sent a message to a recent friend. I said, hey, do you want to meet sometime? He said, yeah. And then I'm like, when? And he just kinda like, I don't know, he didn't reply yet. But just hit your old friends up if you have them on like anything. Snapchat, Instagram, I don't know, WhatsApp. Call them. Just fucking call them. Like, I don't know, do whatever. You're gonna be way happier at the end of it. And they're gonna be happy to talk to an old friend. Believe me. If anyone hit me up from my old friends list, I would love to talk to them. I would love to catch up. But yeah, nobody does. And I don't know who's the problem in that case. Is it them or is it me? But I think that's going to be the end of this podcast. I just want to say, I really enjoyed doing this on my own. I should probably do this more often, if I can't find anyone. Those episodes are going to be shorter, because I'm already fucking tired. But I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next time.